What if the Philadelphia Flyers never made the 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs? In the final game of the 2009-2010 NHL regular season, the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers were tied at the end of regulation. The game ultimately had to be decided in a shootout. Now, this wasn't any old regular shootout. The winner of this shootout would claim a playoff berth. As for the loser of the shootout, well, your season's done, you go home. Both teams knew how big this game was coming into it, and the fact that it went the distance and into a shootout to decide the winner just makes it that much more special. Flyers shoot first, and Daniel Briere scores to put the Flyers up 1. Brian Boucher stops the next shooter. Henrik Lundqvist makes a stop on Richards. P.A. Parento scores for New York. Claude Giroux scores for the Flyers. And now, with the Flyers up in the shootout, Brian Boucher needs to make one save to send the Flyers to the playoffs and the Rangers home.
The save by Boucher, and the Flyers are going to the playoffs!
He makes the save, and the Flyers move on to the playoffs as the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference in what was one of the most memorable playoff runs in recent memory. In the first round, the Flyers knocked off the 2nd-seeded New Jersey Devils, who were 2 years away from a Stanley Cup Finals appearance, in only 5 games. They move on to round 2, where they had their historic series against the Boston Bruins, where they were down 3-0 in the series and 3-0 in Game 7, where they came back and won. Now, the 7th-seeded Flyers and the 8th-seeded Montreal Canadiens met in the conference final after Montreal had their Cinderella run, beating off the 1st-seed Washington Capitals and the 4th-seeded reigning Cup champions Pittsburgh Penguins. Then the Flyers beat the Montreal Canadiens in the conference finals, ending their Cinderella run. And finally, they took the eventual Stanley Cup champions to Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. They didn't reach their ultimate goal of winning the Stanley Cup, but considering the Flyers had a great and historic playoff run, one for the books for sure. And now imagine, through that whole playoff run and coming back to beat the Bruins in the fashion they did, imagine if they had lost that shootout to the Rangers in the final game and hadn't even made the playoffs. We would have never seen that magical run to the finals. Thank you for watching this video. Did you like it? Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, I will not stop, I cannot stop, I'm gonna win the fight. Always running towards my goals, faster than the speed of light. Flying over any obstacle, I swear that I'm a kite. Every struggle is a blessing if you're looking at it right. Unstoppable, yeah, I'm unstoppable.